Hello, you're listening to The Daily Grind with Rees and Wutang. He's Rees. Hello. And I'm Wutang. Enjoy the show.
How do you feel about that kind of job, mate? I feel like that's the kind of thing that I'm going to do.
Dentistry.
Just something that I have no interest in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to end up doing... Does your mum have interest in dentistry? Does she quite like it?
How would you have like an interest in it? It's
Well, I know, it's like one of these things
Do you know
where
what I mean?
it's one of those like sort of semi-honourable jobs, isn't it, where you're helping people or whatever.
What? Oh, an honourable job.
Yeah, like nursing or like being a doctor or whatever.
You think they're honourable? Well, I think doctor is.
Wow, of all of them, it's like the least honourable.
Doctor?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're there for the money and the status, mate. You're not there to help people. I'll tell you what is honourable.
No.
Honestly, I'll tell you what is honourable. Being a nurse, mate.
Oh, fuck off.
No, honestly, I'll tell you why. Because it's not a great job. It's not paid well. But you're still... Your moral obligation is the same as a doctor. However, you get none of the perks. And you deal with even worse things.
I know nursing's usually people who wanted to be doctors but didn't have the grades.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But what you end up doing is what you end up doing is a much more sort of, I would say, emotionally taxing job.
Wow, are they the ones who like clean up shit?
Yeah,
and stuff?
exactly. Well, I mean, there's obviously more to it than that, but yeah, you know,
there's nothing more emotionally taxing than cleaning up shit.
You know, and you see, like, you get the whole sort of, you know, life and death thing. You know, seeing people come and go. And
what do you think doctors do? They just come in at like just in the middle and go, yeah, he's gone for,
and then leave.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they do.
What do they do? They're there when you know.
No, they're not. They don't go giving people. Nah, they don't. You've been watching too much Scrubs, mate. It's completely detached, you know. It's like working on a car. Yeah. The amount of people you plough through, you know, there's none of that. I mean, that's what's left to the nurses to, you know, console it. The actual care work is what the nurses do.
I mean,
I would say, mate.
I would say GP is quite a.
Well, that is
a joke.
Yeah, it's an absolute joke. Yeah, it's an absolute joke. It's like where doctors go to die. Yeah.
It's sort of like they're in retirement already, and they just sort of see people in this nice cosy office, and just some old lady coughs on them, and they go, right.
I don't know why. Actually, no. I don't know why I said it was a joke. Why do you think it's a joke? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
They don't do anything.
They do though.
Every time I've gone there, I go in with the same thing every time. And they just tell me it'll go away in 2 weeks, and it does. But I just wish they'd give me more information.
Yeah.
It does go away.
I just wish they'd stop sticking their finger up my arse, mate.
Yeah, well, you know.
Can't have enough. There's only so many times you can check for fucking sphincter retention.
Wait, have you? You've had this, haven't you?
I've had more people's fingers in my arse than I'd care to mention, mate.
Is it more than one?
Yes.
Is it more than two?
Yes.
3? That is ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Genuinely, there are gay men out there with less fingers in their arse than.
Well, what can I say, mate? I mean, and honestly, it's not only that, but it's the ball fondling too. That I can't fucking stand. I go to the GP, I've got a 75% chance I'd have to get my balls out. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, right, I had appendicitis, okay, when my balls were aching. And I wish I hadn't said anything, because nothing was wrong in the end.
What? Well, your appendix could have blown up.
Oh no, but the whole thing about... Basically, I had all the symptoms of appendicitis, but at the same time, I hadn't had a wank in a while. That's basically what happened. So my balls were aching, okay? But unfortunately, that came under...
Your balls ache when you've not had...
well, they wouldn't let it go, you know. Both literally and metaphorically.
What do you mean they wouldn't let it?
They just kept going on it? Even after I had my appendix out, even after they'd successfully diagnosed appendicitis, continued.
I reckon they're having a laugh.
Genuinely multiple people as well. And honestly, I woke up after being on, after the operation, woke up. First thing I see is like there's these two doctors with notepads out. They're probably like the interns or whatever.
Yeah.
And another doctor put on a pair of gloves in order to feel my balls. So
I mean, yeah. What an honourable job, eh? It's,
that's what I mean. It's not honourable. No, it is honourable. What am I saying? It is honourable, but not as honourable as, as some of the
so I imagine most of the people who put their fingers up your arse were nurses.
And
you're
there,
you want to give them a bloody lap of honour for that for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, how you do what I mean? Like, who do you think is having a better time there? I'll say it like it's me. Admittedly, I did burst out laughing when the little Asian woman came in and said to me, "Do you know? I've told you this before, haven't I?" When she said she asked me a blatant like sort of filler question kind of thing. So it's sort of like it's sort of like her stock. Let's distract this poor young man while I slip my fingers in his arsehole. It was what year of sixth form were you in? And I was like, okay, here comes the fingers. Alarm bells are ringing. Brace for impact.
She wouldn't be able to do hairdressing if that's the only thing she can come up with, and she's got her fingers in your arse.
Yeah.
Not that hairdressers ever.
So I burst out laughing, like, and then she started chuckling as well, and it was just completely surreal. It was just two people laughing, connected via the arsehole.
Oh, if someone walks in at that moment, it's just you two laughing while she's got fingers. I mean, I think you've got a good court case there, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it was funny. My mum had to step outside. She stepped outside.
You're joking.
And then she had there was a couple of people laughing. So
she had to. What they were like? Oh, we're outside. This is Wutang.
Well, yeah. I mean, she doesn't want to see her son get anally violated. I don't know about your mum, mate.
She's insistent on it actually.
Jesus. Got a bit heavy.
But she's seen you ask for. You know what I mean? I don't know why it's less weird that the stranger. It's okay for the stranger to do it. If anything, they should be asking your mum to be doing it for her.
All right, let me ask you a question now, Tom. Before my input or my discuss either way, who would you rather stuck finger for medical purposes?
Okay.
Stuck their fingers into your arsehole?
Okay.
Your mum or a qualified nurse or doctor?
I don't know. Does dental hygienist count as a qualified?
No. Well, I know. Okay, fine then. Your mum or her mate who works in the office with her. What are we talking about? No, this is that
would be.
It's a different point. I want to know whether you'd rather your mother stuck her fingers in your ass, or a nurse, Tom. That's what I want.
I would go for the nurse, but
right. Tell me why. I'll say good choice.
Because she's
dodged a bit of embarrassment.
she's the trained one, but if my mum was, I don't know.
That's a good point. What if your mum was a nurse? Would you rather it was her?
I would probably rather she diagnosed me.
As in, you would rather your mum stuck her fingers into your arsehole than...
Well...
I've seen you wince, mate. I've seen you just wince on that. I don't believe you anymore. That's awful.
I don't know. Because she is pretty much scooped shit out of my arse while I was a child. So it's sort of like, she's been there before. Why do that to another human, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I want an experience where... I can compartmentalise that. Okay, that happened, right? This little Asian lady, I can't even remember what her face looked like. She comes waddling in, okay? She wasn't a particularly overweight woman, but she wasn't like she was. She came in, she was tiny. And,
she's a tiny fat Asian and she put little fingers up your ass.
Fingers in, fingers out. We're done. Move on. I can talk about, get my appendix out now. Thank you very much. I don't want to, and that's done. It's done, and I can bring it up as a story. So it's not traumatic anymore.
I think they were having a laugh. I think they were just they had a little bet in the office. I mean, how many of us can get away with getting a few fingers up this poor boy's backside? And the answer was free.
Well, apparently they included the old bull fondling in the bet because.
Oh no, I think that was like an extra one.
That, I mean, it was like accumulator. They went accumulator.
Yeah. You can get balls on
The little
them.
Asian ladies giving out odds and fucking at the reception.
I reckon they were only a couple of steps away from getting that, what they call your urethra.
Oh, what is that? Because of catheter? Is that what it's called?
A catheter. Oh, I was
It is-
thinking of the umbrella.
Yeah,
You know what I'm on
I
about.
don't even think. Yeah, I know exactly what you're on about. I think a lot. You know, I think we can all appreciate that. I do not want to talk about that.
Why? What, you've had this done as
No, I
well?
haven't. Although I'll tell you
What haven't you got done in the...
One of my mates did. From back at home, a guy called Connor. He. Oh, was it that? Was it the old pipe up the penis, or was it a colon? What's it called? Colonoscopy. I think it was a colonoscopy. No.
What?
Which is.
Isn't that... I've seen that on Johnny McKeith.
I'd be surprised if she was giving people colonoscopy. She might have done a bit. She might have done a colonic irrigation. I doubt she's
that's a strange word, irrigation.
Right, ask yourself this, mate. Is she or is she not sticking cameras up people's arseholes?
I mean, I want to know either how small is this camera or how big is this arsehole, because a camera... I mean, you know when you see, like, television studios...
Right, you know earlier we were talking about chodes, Tom.
Cameras are massive. That's mental.
No.
I'd imagine the tiny cameras, but...
Yeah, tiny little camera. I mean, it's lucky it's that way round, really, isn't it? I mean...
It's what?
It's lucky it's that way round. That, you
But-
know, we sort of advanced it. It was lucky we advanced
What
that far in
are
technology
you
first
saying...
before we decided to shove cameras up before it became necessary.
Right. I thought you were saying it was lucky that cameras got smaller before arseholes got bigger or something like that.
No, it was
Like,
lucky.
like they were just both inevitable.
It was lucky the camera technology got nice and small before we decided it was, you know, a good idea to shove cameras up people's arseholes, because, you know, you'd have been left with a lot of bloody arseholes, really.
Yeah. The thing is with cameras, they're not perfectly circular.
Yeah, I wouldn't like.
They've got like bits coming off it, and I assume you don't need sound, so you can forget that. You don't get that bushy bit, do you?
But I'd rather that. I'd
What?
rather the big bushy bit.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
at least
true,
it's, you know,
actually.
cylindrical.
Alright,
I mean, I take the big bushy bit up my arse over a spiky old camera. Do you know what I mean? I've seen David Attenborough. Okay, I've seen the making of.
What?
I've seen the making of, mate. Those cameras are not little.
Oh right, I thought you were saying Attenborough was going to be the next one in this whole kind of paedophile scandal because he's been shoving cameras on people's arses. I was like, we're having an exclusive there.
It would be strangely appropriate, wouldn't it?
What? Would it?
What for Attenborough to get done next?
Yeah. Do you know? I don't think. I
mean,
think he's one of the few people. Well, and it wouldn't be okay, obviously.
Go on.
But I don't think it would affect his legacy that much.
What are you saying? You just get away with it because
I'm not sure he'd get away
his
with it.
fame would carry him. You know. Oh, are you saying in prison people sort of revere him? Like you know. Like you were saying earlier, if you went to prison, you'd be called like prof or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous now you say it.
But you carried it off really fast. They call me Prof James. They call me Prof.
Well, I'd imagine.
Honestly, who's going to be fighting Attenborough? Who is going to be
What do you
fighting?
mean, fighting?
Well, in prison. Who's going to be fighting or
Oh, right.
raping?
I thought you were saying like the arrest scene would be a bit messy or something. It's like he doesn't go like quietly or anything. He's just there.
I'm just getting out of jail. I ain't going back.
I've just imagined that he's just sort of, I don't know, uses animals to defend himself or something.
I imagine if he whistled, a herd of bison would like sort of, you know, form a circle around him. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because
So I mean, it'd be tough to get to him. I don't know. Is this?
who would win, Tom? Do you reckon in a
Go on.
sort of attempt to arrest David Attenborough scene? Right? David Attenborough.
What, David Attenborough on David Attenborough?
No. David Attenborough's trying to defend himself against being arrested, right?
Okay,
You've got the full might of the British police force, okay?
that's not much, is it?
Well, they got guns where they need them. A lot of handcuffs.
Yeah, I
lot
don't
of
get
mace,
that. Why-
A lot, of
what-
mace, a lot of pepper spray. Okay, a lot of riot
Okay.
shields. Anyway, we're moving on.
What's a riot shield going to do against an elephant? Do you know?
Yeah, you
Dave's
can,
got-
you can run round it. Pepper spray the elephant, he'll get pissed off and fuck off, won't he?
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
the might of the animal kingdom.
What do you mean? Oh, he's in British Police versus Mike the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to think, does David even have... He probably doesn't even have a goldfish at home.
I like the idea that he just fucking hates animals.
Yeah.
He's got a squirrel on the dartboard at home.
He's all about the dollar, David. I mean, I believe that's what he said in his autobiography.
I think he's featuring in P-Money's next music video.
Yeah. Oh, yep. But I think that's almost definitely liable against old David.
No, I mean the animals will win, let's be honest.
Do you think?
Yeah, nothing's going to stop.
I mean, I've heard...
Mate, there's a lot of animals.
There's a few.
Right,
I've heard that there are something like 1 trillion.
Do you know what
I'm not convinced that...
I don't mean to interrupt, Tom. I really like when you say numbers.
because
they carry so little meaning to you.
Yeah.
It just means I write a lot.
But you know when you get to like 1 billion.
Once you hit 1 billion,
who's counting the O's after that? You know what I mean? It's a lot.
Yeah.
But a trillion. I don't think there's anything really above 1 trillion.
Wow.
And if there is, it's ridiculous. It's just stupid.
Have you ever heard of a Google, mate?
A Google.
A Google.
That's not a number.
Are you sure?
If it is, then science.
It's quite a well-known number, mate. Actually.
What is it? Was it like 34 million or something? What do you mean?
I think I'm gonna have to internet this. I'm gonna have to Google it. Actually. Little pun there.
I don't know if that's a pun, but whatever.
I think it's 10 to the 100 is what I think it is. 10 to the power of 100. So 10.
Right. Why
10
can't
times by
scientists
itself
just
100
say
times.
a number like? What do you mean 10 to the power?
Well, 10 squared is 10
I don't know
to
why
the power
people
of
are
2, right?
complicating it with powers.
Just sounds cool, doesn't it? You know, Tom, we scientists don't have much to sort of
Be cool about.
strut around about. So
Well,
allow us a little bit.
Shall I burst that little bubble?
Go on.
When you say 10 to the power of any, it doesn't sound cool.
Right, I'm gonna have to readjust a few things. And then you get, I'm pretty sure I'm right there. And then the next one up is called a Googleplex, mate. No, I think that's either 10...
Not very imaginative, are they?
It's either stacked up 10 to the 10 to the 100,
Well,
or
what?
10 to the 100 to the 100. That's like
What's obviously happened there is that someone's found this number. I don't know how you found the number.
Well, you need numbers that big for certain things, mate. You know, like the number of... To be honest, I think it's actually... No, obviously. It's obviously big. No, yeah, you're right. And I'll tell you why you're right. Because it's like bigger than the number of atoms in the universe. It's that kind of number. You know, it's just ridiculous.
But haven't they found something smaller than the atom though?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's not particularly recent, mate. To be honest.
Okay.
Quarks and whatever.
I mean, because my science knowledge is from about.
There you go.
50,
Yeah. A Googleplex is 10 to the 10 to the 100. I think a Google is 10 to the 100.
I think the guy found that just opened his search page.
You didn't find it, Tom. It's all.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm tempted to just stick a couple more O's on the end and call it the Tomplex. Do you know what I mean? just.
I like it. So what's the Tomplex then? 10 to the 10 to the 10.
It's actually a really important
No,
number.
that's not even right.
It's it's actually.
Let me guess. It's the size of your penis. Isn't it?
In micromillimeters.
See, it's funny. Again, it's funny you say that, Tom.
What
Not only is micromillimeters not a real thing,
but again, I've invented that
down
too.
to its constituent parts, as in like what a millimeter is 10 to the minus 3 and a micrometer is 10 to the minus 6. That's 10 to the minus 9, which is ridiculous in comparison to like a Googleplex, which is massive. So if you had a Googleplex,
what about
meter long penis,
what about
right,
Tomplex?
in micrometers. What about a Tomplex? Oh, sorry, I didn't think about a Tomplex.
Yeah, that's different.
No,
Different
it's
ballpark
completely-
altogether.
Well, we're comparing apples and pears now.
Yeah.
It's it's ridiculous.
What? As in you saying that even in micromillimeters?
Yeah,
I've
you've still got a
still
considerably large penis, mate. I've got to say. So that's something to be proud of.
And all for a guy who's 5'10", who would have thought it? But so in the last minute,
Go on.
I've invented two things in science: micromillimeters. You didn't have that before.
Go on.
You can keep that.
Thank you.
And the Tomplex.
I wonder what a micro... Oh, do you know what a micromillimeter is? It's probably a nanometer.
So it's an actual real thing?
No, Tom. No. Micro. The prefix micro adds basically 10 to the minus 3 to your measurement. So you get micro. Sorry, milli adds 10 to the minus 3. Micro is 10 to the minus 6. Which means like add 0.000, then your number. It's quite hard to explain to someone who has sort of, limited knowledge of this kind of thing.
Just no knowledge whatsoever.
Oh, I'll tell you something great I saw on the news. It wasn't really on the news. It's actually on the news. It's on Daily Mail website today. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I fucking love the Daily Mail. We were rating the hotness of the girls off The Apprentice. New series that's just started.
Yeah. We're quite impressed.
Yeah, the hottest one, brunette. No, she's a fucking slag, mate. It's absolute gold. What? Let me show you.
You're joking? She's been playing away from home.
No. Not as in.
She didn't even have a home. She's that much of a slag. She's just on the streets.
A street slag, if you will. No, it's better than that. It's better than that. Because I don't care if she's cheating on her boyfriend. I don't give a shit. She can do what she wants.
I quite like the Daily Mail
I do
website.
care, however,
it's ridiculous.
if she's posting topless pictures on her Facebook.
Is she?
And the Daily Mail found out, and
you're joking?
Without an ounce of subtlety.
What is it? Of what? As in the Daily Mail's reporting of it, or her posting it?
Well, there's not an ounce of subtlety from her, but at the same time, I mean, there's no remorse from Daily Mail in reporting it. Not a shade of what do you call it?
Is this in the public interest?
What's in the public interest, mate? It's in my interest, I can tell you.
Yeah, that's how they should judge it. It should be like jury duty, where like 6 people just go, "Are you interested in this?" And then if they go, "Yeah," then it's legit. I think that would solve a lot of problems. And this, I would say, 6 people are quite interested in, because there's nothing more the British love than a pair of boobs that we're not supposed to see.
Do you know what? It's like when that. It's like when Mrs. Middleton got a nipple out on that French magazine, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, and everyone was like, everyone thought because she was a royal,
she had some sort of some sort of nipple.
Like they would just like.
Who do you think you are, though?
Yeah, I think they were disappointed because I don't know what they expected of a royal boob, but I think they thought it was a bit disappointing.
I think the quality wasn't good enough. Wait till we get some HD shit, mate.
when she does a shoot for the sun and
shoot for the zoo, mate. I'm still waiting on the zoo shoot for Mrs. Middleton. I'm still trying to find this. That's it. It's on the TV in Showbiz.
I saw a really weird story on the Daily Mail the other day, where a woman she was really addicted to like silicone Botox, whatever that is.
What do you mean addicted to
I don't know, it just made her skin really smooth and she thought she really liked it. She was a model.
So we've gone for silicone, Botox, making our skin smooth. These are 3 things that never cross paths, mate.
Well, they did in this instance.
Oh, here we go.
Honestly, it was silicone, right?
Well, they're implants, aren't they? That's what you use for implants.
Well, apparently it made her skin soft. She was a model. Right, and then she was addicted to it in even when she was not a model.
Right. Okay.
So she's like fat and ugly now, right? And then then the doctors were refusing to give her any more. So she was like, right, I'm taking this into my own hands.
Yeah.
And she got some silicone.
Yeah.
She put all that in her face. Yeah.
I like that. That's really, that's sort of,
and then
taking the initiative.
It gets worse.
Oh dear.
So she then thinks, I don't have any silicone left. What is almost the same as silicone?
Oh, can I guess?
Go
on. Carbon. I'm so sorry.
Is that a science joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a great one in fairness. It's just, similar.
What have they got, like... I don't know. Well, anyway, she used cooking oil.
Similar.
So, I'm basically...
she's brilliant.
I don't know whether you've ever seen a woman who's injected cooking oil into her face, but she sort of looks like the Michelin Man if he was overblown. If he'd been like, I don't know... You know when a balloon looks like it's about to pop?
Yeah.
That was her
Yeah.
face,
Yeah.
and it was incredible. And
Oh.
I don't think. See, what you've got in your head is nowhere near the scale of this woman. It was that big. It was,
I like that, how she's thought... She's in one hand, she's got silicone, and the other hand, she's got vegetable oil, and she's thought...
no, I'm not even sure it's veg. I don't know what other oil is there.
Sunflower?
Well, I'm guessing it's not crude.
Olive.
That
would have been absolute gold.
Yeah, I guess it was sunflower or whatever, or vegetable.
Honestly, mate, you won't believe the quality. You won't believe the quality of this bird. She's actually... I found it finally.
Right. Which one is she?
Apprentice.
Because there's a couple of brunettes. There's Chin Lady.
Well, you're about to find out, mate. It was the one we reckoned was number one.
Oh right, she was a bit ditzy.
Oh, it's the one with the voice that you would literally, you know, after maybe like 6 months of marriage,
God, yeah.
just, you know, slay the woman.
Yeah, her voice is ridiculous.
But
she's
genuinely alright, mate. I mean,
what is like she? I mean,
the list goes on.
oh my God, there's a picture there where she's got her legs open and they've had to put a little apprentice sign in front of it to kind of keep her. Oh my God.
I like that one.
So she's naked there,
Yeah.
and it's just casual. She's just there, just in a little photo op.
Yeah.
She's a bit crazy here,
Getting
isn't
off
she?
for people.
See, do you reckon the people on The Apprentice knew this already? I think they quite like the publicity.
Yeah, no,
Or maybe
obviously.
she
Of course they knew, mate. Of course they knew. No shit. Well, actually, no, it's on BBC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm struggling to believe that now.
Why? What?
Well, it's nice, mate. It's by BBC. It's controls and stuff in the way. People don't. There's not.
I know they can just say this wasn't her fault, which it isn't. She gets her tits out every once in a while.
Yeah, but but the thing is, it's Facebook pictures. It's sort of
You would have thought they'd know that though.
rather easy to find out. I mean, if you Google her name, the thing that's going to come up
I mean,
is her fucking minge. You know what I mean?
see, I'm just thinking, looking at her. So there are her Facebook pictures. They're pretty raunchy, and there's loads. I'm just thinking, I've never seen that sort of thing on Facebook.
Exactly. I'm thinking,
My
where
friends-
were the girls like this while I was, growing up?
I mean,
14, 15. Where were they? Where were they then? When
I feel
when
like-
I needed them. You know.
I know my fair share of. I've got my fair share of slags on Facebook. You know what I mean?
me too,
From school.
Yeah, me
But
too.
none of them were doing this shit.
No, this is a whole
My slags are rubbish and they're ugly.
whole nother shit, whole next level.
Yeah. Jesus, that's.
It's a real shame, mate. I genuinely feel like I've been let down.
Well, I think this is only going to improve her chances of Sir Alan.
I like to think of him as the kind of guy who's got his. Let's face it, Tom. He doesn't want to pay one of these people to work for him. Sit behind the desk, right?
To be fair,
Get her-
if you.
Get her in some raunchy outfit.
Well, I'm sure she can provide that.
Yes, she's. Yes, she's being paid 250 grand. It's a 1 year deal only. Get her answering the phones. Tits out. Maybe a bit of minge every now and then. Sundays, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Sunday, Wednesday, Monday. There we go. I got there in the end.
Wednesday, Monday. I quite like that.
Wednesday, Monday.
Yeah, I'll submit that to the.
Could be followed by Tit Day Tuesday.
What's Wednesday? Just weird wank Wednesday. Just everyone's just alone and.
Weird wank Wednesday.
Well, I mean, everyone's so tired and kind of oh god. If I see another minge or tit this week,
I've got to say, mate, you came up with Weird Wank Wednesday rather fast. I can't help. But
I've been doing it for years.
I can't help but feel you've listed the days of the week on the various wanking acts.
That was just insight into my diary, actually.
What is considered a weird wank to you, Tom? Is what I want to know.
Just using your left hand.
I'll tell you what, that never gets mentioned. I've never heard this, aside from my own invention, right? I've never heard this. I don't know why people don't talk about this. I mean, you talk about, the stranger came up in between us once, didn't they, where he's sitting around, make it numb and whatever, and then have a wank, because it feels like someone else is doing it. Tried it myself. Can't get over the fact that my fucking hand is numb.
You tried that?
What, have you never tried it?
I couldn't get my hand numb enough.
No, there was that too.
I mean, I've woken up where I've been lying on my arm and it's crossed my mind, is this the time?
Well, all I'm going to say is the writers of the In-Betweeners didn't do their fucking research, mate. It's not particularly...
It's not
advised.
Is it a 4 out of 10 wank for James? What?
The verdict from Rees and Wutang, 4 out of 10.
Why? What was wrong with it? I'm disappointed for you.
It's not worth the effort, mate. It's not worth the effort. I'll tell you what else you can use maybe for your weird wank Wednesday. I can't remember when I was doing this. This was probably like in the height of my sort of sexual frustration, around sort of the age of 15, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I was trolling through forums, thinking about, different like sort of wanking styles, right? Someone
there are forums about this.
Oh, mate, there's endless information you can get.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like sort of, I don't know.
Honestly,
I
didn't think it was this complicated.
Well, but that's the beauty of I'm gonna wank, Tom. It can be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. Okay. And this was too far.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it was.
Okay.
Whack a bit of ice in the fridge, and just as you're about to come, right, get the ice in your hand, lop it on your balls.
What? What? This is ridiculous. What would they come next? Like, just before you come, stick your dick under the grill. What? I don't understand. What? Why is the extreme heat at that moment gonna help anything?
Yeah.
I mean, that would literally give you blue balls.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
But not because of sexual frustration, Tom. Because of the, early onset frostbite, I imagine. So.
Yeah. I don't. What? That is mental.
Fair enough. I'm lucky.
I don't. Yeah, that's stupid. That.
I tried it. Didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
I just ended up with wet hands. Mostly water. But, come on, what's the weirdest wank you've ever had, Tom?
Well, I'm just starting to think. I've never done any of these.
I'm starting to think I've been a bit more adventurous in this sort of
area
than you. Because I've got to say, mate, during your younger years, as in sort of just starting wanking, moving on into sort of like mid-teens, that kind of thing. I imagine you were an absolute masturbating fucking engine.
I had a few.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, into 4 figures. I imagine.
What overall, or well, obviously not in a day. I don't know. I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the thing is, I don't think I actually have a very high sex drive at all. To be honest, I actually think I'm going to be the disappointing one in a marriage. I'm going to be the one who's like, nah, it's too cold today. I'm going to be the one making up excuses.
I've got to say, mate, if you were going to let me down by saying, no thanks, it's too cold today, I'd leave you. Like that. Because that was your stock excuse you had, okay? If I put you on the spot just then, if we had been married for 10 years, let's say, and I just, I was kissing your neck and whatever, grabbing your eyes a little bit, maybe slapping you around, maybe getting the ice in the fridge ready.
Well, I'd go... Why? What's going on here?
The ice is in the fridge.
You've never done this before, Sandra.
And I say to you, do you want to get down to it tonight? You know it's too cold. I'm thinking, fucking hell.
I know. I'm just trying to think of it because oh no, too much of a draft. The draft's too strong for me.
No, I'm too fucked. I've got erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Topical humour.
Yeah. It's but. No, so I don't think I actually ever got to the point where I did anything a bit weird.
Come on, Tom.
I'm giving it, shampoo, shower gel, they didn't end well. Shampoo especially, they put weird stuff in that.
So you've jacked it like in the shower with a bit of like. Don't tell me it was fucking Link shower gel, mate. Jesus Christ, that stuff will make your dick itch.
It was that Africa stuff as well.
Oh, mate.
Why is it called Africa?
I want to know that too, because to me, Africa smells like...
Oh, God, here we go.
Yeah, hot topic. It smells like, well, poor people and animals.
Would you like to explain what that smell is, James, please? That would be nice.
I think David Attenborough would be able to give you a good idea.
He's busy. He's been questioned. What would you? You've never been to Africa, though. It might just smell like fresh air.
It might
The
actually
first
smell
smell
like
of-
Lynx Africa. Imagine that, mate. You're swanning around Africa, and it smells like teenage boys. I like that. That's funny.
It's just the first smell that isn't like bloody urban pollution in our lives, and
No, I imagine Africa smells horrific. Genuinely. Mixture of AIDS.
mixed. Oh yeah, because you can
Chil-
smell that a mile off.
Or children's tears.
Yeah.
And that weird, sort of fat bump they get from, what I can only assume is eating too much.
I believe the rumours are true. Maybe. No.
I don't know. It's from lack of protein. That innit? What's it called? I actually know what that's called. Did it in GCSE biology, I think. And the legs get bowed and shit. What's it called? Protein
Being
deficiency or
poor, I
something.
don't. What do you? I don't understand. It's
Yeah.
not a medical condition, surely.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Well, the fat belly, the bulbous belly, you know what I mean? You see all these kids.
Yeah,
It's definitely.
That's the thing.
That's because of protein, a lack of protein, because, they survive on, solid carbohydrate, really, on rice. Because it's easy. And filling. And just literally, it's just like pure energy. So they get none of this sort of, from meat, that kind of thing.
But that's what I want to know. There's enough animals on that continent. There's more animals on that continent than probably anywhere else in the world.
Carry on. What I want to know is why I don't start eating some of the flies that are flying around.
Chinese do it. I
Chinese do it.
believe.
Chinese do it. Well, they eat scorpions and shit in China, mate.
Yeah, do they?
Not sure where they're getting scorpions. I probably lied there. You know how they skewer them and cook them.
Surprised they don't only do that in Europe.
Not sure how many scorpions are kicking around Europe. That's not true. There was one in my French
I said
apartment.
Europe like we don't
Aren't
live in Europe. It's,
they? On the continent.
yeah, it's France, surely.
Yeah, there is scorpions in France.
Then again, the stuff that's in the meat that we eat, Jesus.
Of course.
That's not even,
No.
Yeah, that put off all the naysayers.
Absolute genius.
Yeah, she's alright actually.
She's fucking hot, isn't she?
That is ridiculous. That photo is just...
I don't think a minge can't surely be full on out, because that's ridiculous. Or do you reckon she took it with that was in her application, it was on the front page of the CV.
And Sir Alan was like, we're moving that to the top of the pile. The cream always rises to the top. I mean, the face she's pulling there,
Yeah.
that is the... I hate that face when girls do that.
When did they do that?
They'd never do it to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know, it's just sort of like, I'm trying to be seductive, but you just look ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sort of, and they're literally scissoring there. It's
impressive. It's impressive that she got away with it.
What do you mean got away?
Well, she's doing well.
She's not getting kicked off now. She's bought herself a ticket to week 7. That she has.
Well, yeah, and I imagine behind the scenes.
Nick have his way with her or whatever. Ooh.
I can't help but think Nick's a little fragile, mate. This girl will destroy Nick. That's the best one. She looks good there.
Weirdly, it's one of the ones where she's wearing quite a few clothes there.
Yeah, but there's just something hot about it, mate.
Well...
The Daily Mail has to say, that's pants.
What, is that the caption they could come up with?
Yeah.
That's pants.
Do you know what that's reminiscent of, mate? I'll tell you what it's reminiscent of. Is that those shitty little comments in Zoo and Nuts that, do you know the ones I'm talking about?
I've never ever bought Zoo or Nuts.
Oh, well, you've missed out here, mate.
I mean, it doesn't come through The Guardian, so you know what I mean? I don't tend to...
It's journalistic gold. I'll tell you what. They have these weird little interviews, right? And there'll be a girl in I don't know, a baseball cap, holding a baseball bat or something, and the dude will make a little comment like, "Ooh, I wonder where she hides that. I wonder if she's gonna like hide that somewhere later or something."
What, are they insinuating she hides it up a mint?
Well,
that's
Tom, I had to freestyle. Okay, these people are paid a lot to sort of come up with these things. It takes more than like 2.5 seconds.
Oh, hide your baseball bat with your minge. Yeah,
not much longer.
It's practically an extra pocket.
To be honest, I'm not far off the mark there. To be honest, with actual quality and vulgarity of those comments, but you wouldn't believe it. In little black writing, all over the double page spread, she's got her tits out, and she'll be like drinking a glass of milk or whatever, and the comment will be something like, "I wonder where she got that from. Her titties?" ?
Is that? Yeah, you are terrible at this. What is attractive about breast milk?
Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand.
What? No. I mean, I don't think anyone finds that. No, there's not. Don't tell me. As well as your little kind of wanking forum, there's a bloody breast milk enthusiast in forum too.
Well, I'm the.
Because I mean, it must be just full of babies, to be honest. But
Yes, I am the admin on that forum. Yeah, there's some people who are well into breast milk and whatever, and they'll make you tea with it. My dad had a little story about that. I don't think so. Went to a mate's house. He was making tea for everyone, as in cups of tea. And there was an unmarked bottle of milk in the fridge. There was no normal milk, so he used that. Tea tasted a little sweeter than usual.
Is it sweet?
Apparently so.
Wait, no. Is the end of the story that the milk was a bit sweet, or it was meant to be?
No. Well, I sort of left it, to interpretation, Tom, because not interpretation. I mean, there's really not a gap to fill, but you somehow managed to fucking create a.
Because all great storytellers just leave a gaping hole in the story.
Well, something to be,
What is it? A cryptic puzzle for?
No, a bit of interaction, mate. Let him think for himself. I don't want to explain the whole thing, make him think sort of.
No, I mean, I'm
treat him like an idiot.
The next show, can I tell? I'm not gonna lead the punchline out. See if they make it themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you lead the punchline out on that one? Or?
Yeah, I think so. That got lost somewhere.
That's it. You've been listening to The Daily Grind with Rees and Wutang.